Hi everybody. Um, I'm here because there's something I want to talk about that was pressed on my spirit earlier today, and I want to be obedient to the Lord and what He wants me to say. So I pray that God gets the glory and that He gives me exactly the words that He wants me to say, how it was put in my spirit. Um, Before I say that, I do want to address something that if you see anything going around pretending to be me, it's not me. My name is Queen Sunshine. The name that's pretending to be me is Sunshine Queen. So if you see the name Sunshine Queen, it's not me. The person is using my logo. Actually, my profile picture, which theirs have a white lining at the top of the picture. Mine's is all yellow. So if you see that, report that channel, and things will be taken care of in regards to that. So um, also another thing is I have been going through some things. My grandmother is very ill. She has her cancer has came back and has taken over her body, and I was gracious enough to be able to go see her with my children. We was able to travel to see her, but now it has advanced even more, and right now they're saying that she's in transition. So it's pretty hard for me right now. She was always the one to encourage me, and she would always pray with me, and so I was glad that we was able to see her. So hopefully I can put up a video with some pictures and video clips of us being able to spend time with her. So just keep my grandmother and keep us in prayer. But I believe she's at the point where she's tired and she's hurting. I don't like her being in pain like that. And she's been a great grandmother, and I believe that she'll be resting with the Lord. So I pray that her soul is prepared and ready to see Him. And speaking of that, earlier today, God reminded me of John 7:24. That says, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." A lot of times we can quote that scripture and take it for how we want, but God started showing me something with this scripture. And I pray you hear my heart in this. A lot of things I didn't realize that I would have to face, that I have to go through, the many trials, the many tribulations, the many tests that I would have to face when I got out of that narcissistic contract. Some people want to say marriage, whatever you want to call it. But it was a demonic contract. That was not of God. And a lot of things you say, it's easy to tell people what to do and what not to do. And it's easy to judge people. And you think you're judging righteously. And you say, well, you don't need to be put in that situation. You don't need to do that. And why did you get in that situation? Why did you do that? But a lot of times we don't understand why people do the things they do. When you have been abused for so long, mentally, physically, sexually, financially, just abused in every area. And you want that love and affection. And you seek it from God, and then times where you get weak. You get weak and you looking at yourself as, is this all my life? Would I ever, maybe I'll never experience love. Maybe this is my life. Maybe this is what it's supposed to be like. Maybe, when I was in it, I used to always say, this is my tribulation and I have to face it. And this is what God has for me. And I had to realize that is not what God has for me. He has better for me and better plans. So a lot of times you think that this is the plan God has for you and this is the way you should go. But a lot of times we do things on our own. We allow this flesh to get in the way. And we think it's God. But still, God used that. He still used that thing to grow you up and show you. We all make mistakes. We're humans. We're not perfect. God has never made us perfect. But we come to God in our mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we go to God and we repent. Tell him, I'm sorry. I messed up, Lord. Those are the things I did. But I want to learn from that. And I want to grow from that and be better so I can help other people be better. And a lot of times you can see things. I know there was something that was put out about me. And, that's how the enemy does. He'll use your past against you. He'll use your past to hurt you. And you have to face those things. Because see, one thing about God, he is so merciful and so gracious that a lot of things that people have done and said, God would just allow it to, he'll throw it away to the sea of forgiveness like it never was done or said. But that's why God said he's not like man. He's not like us. We can be so vengeful. We can be so mean and ugly. We cannot care how it hurts you, how it hurts a person's children, how it hurts someone's relationship, how it hurts whatever the family, whatever it is. If we're mad and we're hurt, we'll do whatever we can to hurt the next person. And that is not of God. But God has shown me and teach me so much out of this that I'm going through. If God is for me, who can be against me? Everything that goes out against me, God said, use that. Use it to help others. Use it to be stronger, because that is your past. And if somebody wants to put your past out because you decided, you made the choice to trust someone who came to you as a friend, hurting, and you decided to help this person and let them know what you went through, and you call yourself trying to help this person, but you find out that all it was, it wasn't real. It was never love for you. It was always fake. But you really did things from your heart, because that's the heart I gave you. And they took your mistakes, your downfalls, and used it against you. But God said, if God is for me, who can be against you? I am for you. So no matter who's against you, remember, I am for you, because you repented, you got it right with me, and you changed your ways. So a lot of times in your hurt, while you're still healing, you make mistakes. We all can't say we're perfect. Even when we're not hurting, we make mistakes. And that's a lot of time that God will not even let it be shown. But God said, I allowed it to happen for a reason. So if anything comes out on you, use it. to help others, to not make the same mistakes you made, to show them where you got weak. I told y'all on this journey with me, and I'm not going to shut down. I'm not going to give up because of certain people. If you don't like me, you don't have to like me. God already showed me who is truly for me. Those who believe things that I thought really knew me, that knew my character, that knew my heart, God showed me they're not for you. And I'm okay with it. Because God gonna put the people in my life that are really for me, that really knows that I'm truly serious about my walk with God. Yeah, I might have made mistakes that I'm not proud of. But in those mistakes, God is going to use it to get the glory. And if people want to take my mistakes and put it out in the open, to God still be the glory. I still give God the glory because I learned a lot from what I have went through. I learned a lot about toxic people, women and men. I learned a lot about trusting. I learned a lot about my walk with God and using the spirit of discernment. That was my problem, I said, for the beginning. It's so easy to be harmless as a dove for me. But I still struggle with the wisest serpent. And God still showed me, you still struggle in that area. And at times, I got to go through. I have to face it. For God to show me, no, you think you got it. You don't know everything. You need to trust me and lean on me and stop trying to do things your way. And I had to learn from that. No, God has to continue to sharpen my discernment. And I have to continue to draw closer to Him. I got to continue to allow Him to show me how to truly be wise as a serpent. But not be that serpent. So many people become the serpent. And they're so bitter. They will hurt. They will do everything they can. If they can kill your dream, if they can destroy your life, as much over 17 years of hell I went through. Even more, I went through with my dad, my stepdad. Over 17 years and plus that I went through. And yet, I have to continue to deal with toxic people. But see, God had to show me in those 17 years, I didn't get to experience life. I didn't really understand how life was out there. I didn't allow myself to get close to a lot of people. I only had certain people that I connected with. Certain sisters I connected with. And we was true to each other. We kept, if one told the other person something, we kept that. That's something my mom instilled in us. If somebody tell you a secret, you keep it. And I told this person this, and yet this person still did what they did towards me. And I forgive you. I love you. I pray for you, as the word says. And I give you to the Lord. Just as I do with that narc man that I had my children by. I give him to the Lord. So dealing with him and his mess continually, what he does, and my children having to be in the middle of this, and then having to deal with other things. My grandma being sick on her deathbed, preparing myself for school and my children and life. all the things that's just coming up. But God is keeping me strong. I just know I cannot give up. I cannot give up. But I got to keep pressing. I got to keep trusting God. And I got to keep moving on. So I just want to leave that with you. Judge not according to appearance. Just because you see something, it don't look right, you don't like it. Judge righteous judgment. Judge the heart. What was her heart? Where was his heart in all this? Sometimes we do things from a hurt place. Sometimes we do things because we want to experience love or care or whatever it is. And it's not even what you think. And yet we still have that heart and love for God. But we messed up. And so, if you feel good putting out my mistakes, because I trusted you with it, that's between you and God. And trust me, things are in the works regarding that as well. But I just wanted to say that my relationship with God is serious. And I'm serious about Jesus truly being my boyfriend. He's the best man for me. And I'm grateful and I'm blessed to have him in my life. And he's the one that can truly heal me. And he's the one that can truly set me free from whatever it is that's coming against me. Because we know, number one, is the enemy, but he uses people. So if God is for me, who can be against me? So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. And again, if you see Sunshine Queen, that's not me. My name starts with Queen and then Sunshine. So, like I said, if you don't want to be in my life, you don't have to. I'm not making nobody be in my life. As long as God is in my life, that's all that matters. As long as God is a forgiving God and he accepts me and that I could correct my errors and I get it right with him and I stick with God, whoever is not for me, you don't have to be for me. I don't want nobody in my life that's not real. I don't want nobody in my life that says they're going to pray for me and don't really pray and really judging me by appearance, but not truly righteously judging me because of something you see or something you saw. So if that's how you want to judge me, fine. All I care about is what God thinks about me and how he judged me. That's the thing I have worried about what somebody thought about me for 17 years. And I'm like, why am I still doing that? Why am I worried about what somebody has to think or say about me? I'm about pleasing the Lord, not man. So you don't have to deal with me. And I pray for you. I pray for you. But yes, like I said, I make mistakes. I ain't perfect. I never try to come up here and act like I was perfect. Maybe the old me on the other channel, when I was dealing with the narc at the time, yeah, maybe I was acting that way. Yeah, because I definitely had a religious spirit on me. And I might have said I wasn't, but yeah, I was. But until you get out of that and you start seeing life differently, you have to start doing things on your own and taking care of your own children on your own, and life really comes at you. Different angles that you never seen before. Yeah. It's easy to make mistakes. It's easy to not listen to certain people that's trying to help you. And a lot of times it's easier to say things when you've never been in that situation and circumstances. It's easy for people to put out, I used to do that. It was so easy for me to say what you shouldn't do until I got in it myself. I'm like, whoa. I I see why this person did that. I see why they said that. I see why it was that way. But I couldn't see it because I didn't have my eyes. I didn't have the lens for that because I never been there. I wasn't in that. I wasn't a single mom. I wasn't there. Now that I'm there, I see. And now that I'm here and I have made mistakes and I'm learning from it, I can help other single mamas. So if you want to do that, you know what? That's between you and God. But I am not going to allow the enemy to stop what God has placed inside of me and what God has me to do. I am not going to allow the enemy to stop me. So whatever you do, I'm going to use it for God's glory. And I'm going to show, yes, I messed up. Yes, I'm not perfect. I made mistakes. And yes, I'm here for you single moms. Even the married ones that's in narcissistic marriages and situations. A lot of times you in it, you don't even know you in it. You're being controlled. A lot of these people have these Ahab spirits and letting these Jezebels control them. But they don't want to admit it. They don't want to confess it. But you have to know that for yourself. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm going to learn what I got to learn. And I'm ready to stand up and do what God has called me to do. So I'm excited about my next chapter in life. And you don't have to be a part of it. As long as God is in it, that's what matters. That He's the head of it. So I want to share that with y'all. I pray you hear my heart. You know, I apologize to those that you may feel offended by some things. But the words and offenses will come. And I never try to do anything to hurt nobody, offend anybody. This is my life. And for those that really thought that I was out there saying things and bashing people, if you really thought that was me, shame on you. That's all I'm going to say. Shame on you. Because you really didn't know me like you act like you did. But it's okay. I still love you. I still pray for you. But I move on from you. I move on. All right. I love y'all. I pray y'all be blessed. Bye.